Hey everyone, it's Brandy, and today I'm going to be reviewing A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and this is the first book in a new series by her. I believe it's going to be a trilogy. This book opens up with 19-year-old Feyre in the woods in the middle of winter as she's hunting for food to feed her family. As she finally finds a deer, there's a wolf about to kill that deer, so she decides to kill the wolf so she can take the deer home to feed her family. The next day, a beast bursts into their home demanding the life of the person who killed the wolf because the wolf was actually Fae, and there's a law in this world that humans aren't allowed to kill any Fae. Feyre was given a choice to either go with the beast and live in the fairy world known as Prythian, or to be killed, and not wanting to die, she chose to go with the fairy. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I had to take off half a star because the first half of the book was a little slow for me. It's just the first half was mostly world building, so we were just getting the introduction and getting used to how everything was, so there wasn't a whole lot of action going on in the first half of the book. But the second half, once things start picking up, I was like flying through the book. I think there were some really interesting characters in this. I really enjoyed quite a few of the characters. Usually I only have maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 tops of favorite characters in a specific book, especially in an introduction of a series, just the first book. But I actually found myself liking quite a few. I didn't like her family at all, honestly. Her 2 sisters and her father, I just felt that it was so much that they could have done. It was just, I don't know. Feyre basically was taking care of her family, and they didn't seem to appreciate it. And I was happy when Tamlin came and took her. I was like, yes, you get to leave this people. I could not see how they allowed the youngest in the family to be the one that was supporting everyone. Like, no one else did anything but Feyre. So that really bothered me, and I was really happy that she got taken to the fairy world. Some of my favorite characters were Lucian and Alice. I really enjoyed Lucian because he always brought a sense of humor to the situation, no matter how serious it was. And although he didn't necessarily like Feyre when she first arrived, she kind of grew on him, and he kind of took on an older brother type role to her. He was kind of looking out for her for the most part. So I really enjoyed him. I hope I get to see more of Lucian in the next books because I really enjoyed him. I also really liked Alice. I'm not really sure. I guess more so because she was kind of that motherly figure. I also really liked Feyre as the main character. I think that from the beginning of the book to the end of the book, there's definitely some growth in her, but I definitely believe that there's room for more improvement on her part. I'm hoping for a lot of good things to come from Feyre. The other 2 main characters I would like to talk about are Tamlin and Rhysand. I really enjoyed being able to see Tamlin's growth from the time he was first introduced to the end of the book. We started off with him not really knowing how to interact with humans, and especially with Feyre, and it was kind of Lucian was acting as the middleman and telling Tamlin how he should act and how he should talk to her, how he needed to behave in order to get her to, I guess, not only tolerate him but like him. I really enjoyed being able to see the growth in Tamlin from when he was first introduced to the end of the book. I also really liked Rhysand. He is going to be an interesting character. There's clearly going to be a love triangle introduced. Now I am on Team Tamlin, but I'm not really like solidly there. I'm still like, I feel like depending on how the second book goes, I might be leaning more towards Rhysand. I have to see. I'm not sure yet, but like I said, I am Team Tamlin right now. So I wasn't really expecting that ending. I was a little curious about how things would work out, but I wasn't really anticipating that was gonna happen, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that affects everything else from that point forward. Like I said in the beginning, I really didn't like her family, and I think out of all of them, Nesta was my least favorite, but later on in the book she does redeem herself a little bit, and she earned some respect from me. So I kind of hope we get to see a little bit more of her and Feyre's relationship in the next book. If you've read this book, let me know down in the comments what you thought about it, and let me know what you think might happen in A Court of Mystic Fury, which is out in May. so far away, but I'm still looking forward to it. I already have a review of this book up on my blog, so I'll link that down below if you would like to check it out. My thoughts are a little more organized than that, so I will link that so you can read it if you would like. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.